Berhalter gave his shoes to a Caribbean soccer YouTuber after the game. The guy's name is Andre Sukalal. Let me play the clip of Sukalal explaining the story to another YouTuber.
First off, why are you holding a pair of shoes there?
So, there's an interesting story about this. I saw Greg Berhalter coming down the changing room. I just wanted a picture with him. Started to talk about football and stuff. He said, hey, what size are you? Of course, I'm 10 and a half. He says, well, I'm 9 and a half. And he took these off. I'll probably give you some pictures to B-roll. And he just gave these to me, and we had a nice chat. Spoke about the football. And there's that. Now I have the football center champion.
The football center champions. Now, am I to understand that Berhalter offered him his shoes without him bringing up his shoes at all?
That's the question.
That's hard to believe.
Man just said, what size?
What size you wearing?
And why did Berhalter feel warmly towards this man? Why did he give shoes to this guy and not everybody else? You know?
Maybe this was an attempt to stem the tide with regards to the discourse. Maybe he thought that he would be able to, Bells, you mentioned that you didn't hear it. You didn't hear about this from anywhere outside of a few obscure outlets. And I wonder why that is, Bells. You do wonder why that is.
And people don't want to highlight the generosity of this great and caring man who's just giving away his shoes for people who didn't even ask them, who didn't even bring up shoes.
Hey.
Which I, again, kind of doubt. It could be there's another part where he talks more that could help explain what was going on.
Well, yes, I will play that, but I want. Do you guys know what these shoes are? Like, let's just talk about how nice the shoes are.
Yeah.
Are they
so
really nice or kind of nice? What's the?
I'm gonna say yes, really nice. These are recent drops. I think they really just dropped to the general public over the last week. They are the A Ma Manière, which is like a boutique shop in like Atlanta. They did a collaboration with Jordan and produced their own Jordan 5s. Okay. So Greg had these about a month early. You know what I'm saying? They are currently, so they just released. Let me pull up my GOAT app real quick to see what they're reselling for. Reselling from anywhere. Let's pull up Greg's size exactly, 10 and a half. These are $625 pair of shoes on the resale market based on GOAT.
Do we think that maybe he either didn't like them that much, or maybe he just doesn't wear this colorway that often? Because you don't see him often wearing shoes like this. So it could be just like, I don't need these.
It's possible.
This guy.
It's possible.
I'll load him on this guy.
Well, actually, it's probably more that he got the plug. He could easily get another pair. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably it.
Like it's like he's like, I'm not too worried about it. I can easily get another. I brought up StockX, size 10 and a half, selling for $480 on StockX, so you can get you a deal if you go on StockX. But anyway, yeah,
they're nice shoes.
These are shoes that got a little bit of clout to them. Got a little bit of clout. Jordan still massively popular sneakers in the United States and abroad. It seems so. Yeah, a huge gesture. From
what's your guys' theory of what? I feel like the thing we need to be talking about is his decision to do it and what led to it. What happened? Like, did he really just out of nowhere decide to take his shoes off and give them to someone who didn't want them?
Right.
So what is your guys' theory of that?
Well, for a little further context, Sukalal has a YouTube channel called Extra Time, and it's got like 1,600 subscribers. So it's not like huge or anything, or even big by any definition. And he has like 200 followers on Twitter.
Okay.
So maybe Berhalter knew
about him? I don't think Berhalter was looking to influence him here.
Hey, Andre, take these shoes, sell them, buy you some followers.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know, but he seems like a fairly knowledgeable guy. And here's him talking about giving his opinion on Berhalter as a coach.
A lot of Americans don't go crazy for Greg. They don't like him. You are a massive Greg Berhalter fan. Tell me why you love him so much. Like,
Okay, so before I was a media guy, I was an analyst. So, you know, guys who I naturally have a lot of respect for coaches. I like his several approach to the game. He's very, intellectual. And I kind of like that because he challenges what happens in U.S. soccer. I think he is the right guy. And this is from somebody from the outside of the U.S. saying that. I think if people allow him to do what he needs to do, I think he will get the U.S. in the right direction.
So I'm thinking what happened is he was complimenting Greg. Looped in a compliment of his shoes, and that's why he gave him. That's when he gave him his shoes. If it's not in that order, we have some questions about whether his opinion of Greg was influenced by these receiving issues, which is a bigger concern.
That's exactly where I was going. My man's currying favor amongst the media. You know what I'm saying? We have somewhat strict rules that are loosening. I guess, Bells, you would be able to speak to this more than I, amongst the media as far as,
Accepting
impartiality.
gifts.
Yeah. Just overall, couth amongst the media is dwindling. And but still, we do have some standards here in the U.S. So he can't curry favor as much. He just has to wear the shoes, and hopefully, I don't know, Jenny Chu and everybody will just be excited that he's just wearing some nice shoes. But he's like, hey, I'm in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? Like similar to an offshore account that rich people have for tax purposes. He's like, I'm over here. I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit. I'm gonna curry some favor. I'm gonna get some shoes off my feet. You know what I'm saying? Next person comes up, you want the shirt off my back? I don't know what to tell you. Like, hey, you want the ball, the surge booted into the stands? You can have that too. So yeah, there's no telling though. There's no telling with hashtag the coach.
Yeah, well,
to do some things.
Trinidad, famously the home of Jack Warner. The guy, the CONCACAF executive, who was the name of the guy with the big beard, the American from New York, who did all the shenanigans.
Charles. Is
that
right?
Yeah, what's his name? Warner and the guy from New York did a lot of stuff together that wasn't legal. So maybe Greg was thinking, hey, I'm down here in the land of Jack Warner. I can start currying favor with some shoes. Like
he had an extra pair of shoes on him, because in the picture where he's just gifted the shoes, he already has shoes back on.
Right.
So I'm wondering if he had to just if he did just take them off right there, or he went and did it after changing. But anyhow,
yeah,
very interesting.
It is kind of it's an interesting story.